this is my 41 life, and today we are going to explore about how to write a really catchy headline that can catch people's attention. I think this will be very useful for online coaches or also online entrepreneurs, be it whether you want to write your sales letter or you want to actually record a video or you're actually doing a brochure. So these are the tips that I'm going to share with you. So when you write a headline, right? Headline is when people see your posting, be it in any social media, Facebook or Instagram, the first thing that we'll see is actually a photo. Your photo should be your hook. The photo, you have to be something very different, something very extraordinary, so that it can actually catch people's attention. So that's the first thing. After you have a photo, it's the first thing that we notice, right? The second things we are noticing will be the headline. So that's why your headline must be so catchy. So what are the tips of having a catchy headline? Okay, first, make it as a question, because questions will actually make people curious about what you're going to say, what you're going to ask. Like there are a few tips in question. I'll just give it to you. Secondly, make it emotional. So emotional, we have two parts. One is desire, one is fear. When you talk about something desire, then it's about good things that your niche target have been thinking for a very long time, and they always want to have it as the end result, as their transformation, right? And then the second part would be fear. Fear-based is that you will use something like they are afraid of, meaning their problem they have been struggling. So for example, you can talk about, have you been always struggling with weight losing, or about, are you struggling in your dating life because of da-da-da? Okay, so this, after you play with the emotions and feelings, right, it's easy to catch people. The third type is you have to tell them what they are about to read. All right, top 3 secrets that a life coach will give you, for example, or we will use few wording. I will use tips or secrets. So these are the 2 very powerful words that can use. Okay, so let's just dive into how to go for the emotional and then combine with question. So you have emotions combined with questions. So you can do it like, are you worried about not getting enough income during this coronavirus period? And then ask a question. And then in the end, you can share a lot of description about that, all right? So, or you can talk about, you want to play with emotion. Just now, I was talking about something that is worrying, right? But then if let's say you're wanting to try something that is attracting them, you can try, let me see. Okay, are you getting enough exposure in your social media in order to increase the sales of your products? You ask a question. So a lot of times that I saw some of the coaches or entrepreneurs, they make I wouldn't say it's a mistake. It's just like, it's not so catchy. Is that they give a statement instead of asking a questions. So asking question is really powerful because you kind of like speaking to your audience like, hey, how do you know I'm asking that? Then they will kind of like read your details. Make sense? Okay, so you combine emotion and question, it will be really powerful. And then so here I want to give some examples, right? You can also try, is it bad thing that is making you crazy? Like, is it unable to lose weight during this period is making you crazy? So people are like, yeah. Okay, then they will read about your information. Okay, are you worried about something? So you use worry, you see we will use worry and fear, but then during this pandemic, I really think maybe we try to have the desire part rather than the negative part, because everybody is so stressful already. Maybe try not to go for the negative one, try to go for a positive one. So maybe I give more example of positive. Okay, you can try this. Sick and tired of not having a really good relationship in your dating life. Okay, sick and tired of feeling depressed and then low confidence all the time. So you can use sick and tired of. This will be the keyword. And then another type is that you can, let's say my niche audience is someone who is depressed, right? Then I would say, are you, and then they are women entrepreneur. So my niche target is women entrepreneur, and then they are people who are depressed, right? So I say, are you a women entrepreneur who depressed and then want to have more confidence? Okay, or say, are you an entrepreneur who wants to increase your efficiency and productivity during this pandemic? Ask a question. So asking question is really, really powerful. So this, I'm not going to dive in a lot because I realize this have a lot of different formulas. So today in the summary, we are going to have few formulas only. The first formula ask a question. So you ask a good question, you are going to provoke them, and then you give a good answers in the content. And then when you give the good answers, they're kind of like, yeah, I want to follow her, right? So that's the key point. Ask a good question, give a good answer. Okay. Second one is that try to link it in emotions. Emotions, we have two parts, positive and negative. During this pandemic season, maybe you just try to go for the positive. I think it would be better for us ourselves, right? So the positive just replace their desire, meaning what will be the desired results of your niche target. So whenever you write a headline, you have to be very clear which is a niche that you want to targeting at. Like just now you meant like the reasons the example I've been giving, right, is female entrepreneur. So that's why I keep using the name so that they can resonate with me, all right? And the third thing, you can use these few keywords: secrets, tips, advice. Okay, for example, 5 tips for women entrepreneurs who suffered depression, something like that. Or top 3 tips for you to overcome this depression, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so I hope that these 3, you can just mix around. Alright, if let's say you can combine 3, right, it's even more powerful. I hope this is helping you guys. And then yeah, I actually just launched my website. Yay! Basically, I've been doing my website for a very long time. It has been a week, and then I realized I've been procrastinating. And thanks to my friend that she actually said, hey, you know what, you should launch. Don't go for perfection, because if let's say you're going for perfection, right, your website is not going to launch. So I launched yesterday. Okay, my website is called JuneLow.co. JuneLow.co. I'm going to put out the link in my comment section. So what I'm going to give away in my website launching is that I'm going to give you a free training of how you can use the storytelling methods to close deal faster. So inside the training, right, I'm going to give you a specific templates in how you can curate your story and how can use your story, right, to relate to your audience so that they kind of have the rapport and then the trust with you, so that it enables you to close deal even faster. Make sense? So this is the thing that I'm giving away. It's about a 25 minutes training. So all you need to do is just to go to my website, and then once you provide your name and email address, you straight away can see a video already. And then if let's say you think that it's helpful, you want to start working on your story, it's very simple. It's just like a 3 to 5 minutes. I also give the template of how you can curate the template and format. You just follow the template and format I'm providing. I think it will be very helpful. And then after you see the video, right, there's a homework for you. Just try to use my story template, right? Try to produce social media posts in your social media, combined with the headline I'm just teaching. So I think this will be very, very, very helpful for you. And then I hope that you guys will enjoy my training for today. And please do visit my website. I'm very happy if let's say we have more visitors. I just launched it yesterday lah. Alright, please feel free to give me feedback as well. Alright, take care. Bye bye.